Overseas, and Prince Harry has lost a Court of Appeal case over security arrangements in the United Kingdom, which he says is the reason the King won't speak to him. But in an interview with the BBC, the Duke of Sussex has revealed his desire to reconcile with his family, noting life is too short to fight.
This current situation that has been ongoing for 5 years with regard to human life and safety is the sticking point. It is the only thing that's left. Of course, some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things. But, you know, there is... I would love reconciliation with my family.
Well, Rachel Venables has more now.
He expressed his great sense of disappointment, I think a real bitterness about his loss at the Court of Appeal today, attempting to overturn that decision back in 2020 to downgrade his security once it was announced that he and his wife Meghan would be moving to the US, as they did eventually, certainly stepping away from royal duties and stepping away from their life in the UK. We had a very short statement in response to that response by Buckingham Palace, talking about how all of the issues, they said, have been examined repeatedly and meticulously by the courts, with that same conclusion reached on each occasion that it moved through the courts. And now, in response to that single line, we have a very lengthy statement from Prince Harry in which he says, and this is one of the key lines, I think, that he has still profound concerns over the issue, about the way everything's been handled, and he says he will be writing to the Home Secretary, to Yvette Cooper, to ask her to urgently examine the matter and review the RAVEC process. And RAVEC is the body that are responsible for the protection of high-profile individuals, particularly, of course, the royal family. He talks at the start of this statement that the process has only ever been, he says, about ensuring my safety. This is something he said repeatedly in that BBC interview, talking about how he doesn't feel safe enough really to come to the UK. That's clearly a struggle for him. But he says to bring his wife, to bring his children, it's clear he feels as though that is not possible as things currently stand. He says, and it's that about my immediate family when we're in the United Kingdom, so that we may safely visit my home. He talks further down the statement, I'm just reading it now, about the legal action being a last resort, but he claims it's one that has uncovered, in his words, shocking truths. And this is particularly about the way the royal household are, in his mind, and to his understanding, key decision makers on RAVEC. And when it came to that committee that made that decision back in 2020, early 2020, to downgrade his security. And so clearly this loss today has only spurred him on further, first with that interview, and clearly also to take this measure of writing to the Home Secretary and asking, almost taking the political route of trying to get that process reviewed.